It's almost as if you came back into the world going, yeah, look at me. I'll show you. Look what I've done in the past 20 years. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. Saturn and Jupiter are worth a look at the moment as well. And let's face it, Capricorn, as I'm doing this reading, there's a stellium in your sign, which if you don't know what that means is practically every planet that's up there is in your sign at the moment or aspecting your sign. So pretty much in your sign. We've got the wonderful Saturn and Pluto conjunction coming up in your sign. Jupiter's there, Mercury's there, I think, at the moment as well. So yeah, there's a party going on in your sign. So back to the reading. General reading, roles can be reversed. Gender doesn't necessarily, well, when I say masculine and feminine, it doesn't necessarily mean gender, it means energies. Time's not absolute. But there is a past and a present with this reading, and if the past and the present don't fit, then it's probably not for you, or at least not for you right now. Yeah, that doesn't mean to say it won't be for you in a week, 2 weeks, 5 months' time, but not right now. So with no further ado, oh yes, that's the other thing. I like my clients to come to me with a question. So pause the video if you have to. Think about all the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them. Energy in, energy out. So focus. But be aware of all of them because the cards will answer whatever they want to. And not what you and I think is important. So on that note, let me bring up the camera. No. Yep, there you go. So oodles. And I mean oodles of oracle cards popped out when I was doing the shuffling. And the first one I want to start with is the last card to pop out. This affirmation card: with each intake of breath, I draw in positivity. Because you're in a really good place at the moment, but I'm not convinced that you feel like you're in a really, really good place. But we have movement with the river, so emotional movement as well as physical movement here. Ancient healing wisdom and the new moon with promise. Trust your instincts. The age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Let me change because when I saw this card, I immediately, my mind, and it's not often I get music, but my brain popped into a track called London Acid City, which has, lots of lyrics. And the main lyric being, our time is now. So there's something, I mean, let's face it, the astrology is backing it up. Your time is now. There is a great time for you to achieve things. You've already made a commitment, but for some reason you're worried about this commitment. I haven't figured out quite why yet. And we had travel and the creative endeavor, not quite come out reversed, but they came out reversed. I don't really deal with reversals. There is most definite movement. We've got that movement card. We've got the travel card. You've got the chariot in the present. You've got the creative endeavor, which shows me there is something that you are about to launch yourself on. So how you're feeling at the moment, we have the sun, which, as you know, is the happy, happy, joy, joy card of the entire tarot, clarified by the 9 of Swords and the Page of Wands. So there's some news that's made you unsure and you're stressing about something, even though it's almost like the sun's shining. I know I should be happy. I really should be happy. Everything's going well. I should be happy. Why am I not happy? What is bothering me? And there's like a little devil on your shoulder going, it's not going to last. It's not going to work. It's not going to. Do you really think that you're capable of doing all of that? Because this relates back to the past. 9 of Swords with how you're feeling. And this part of my reading here is a relevant past. 9 of Swords again. And what the relevant past shows is a lesson that you have learnt, for good or for ill, is dictating your behavior at the moment. That might be a good thing. That might be a bad thing. We're starting with the Nine of Swords. What do you think? I don't think that's a good thing, but let's have a look. Clarified by the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands. So in the past, there was something that was really, really, really stressing you out, and you made plans and started taking steps to deal with it, and all that happened was you got even more stressed out and had the potential of being swallowed by something that appeared to be far bigger than yourself, situation-wise, obviously. How many giant wild geese do you have wandering around the country? There's I'm so tempted just to go on a waffle about how a giant wild goose obviously just destroyed a village down the road from me, but it's not real. And that's the important thing. It's these giant wild geese are not real. So you took a decision that seemed to only lead to more conflict and led to you being left without. The Five of Pentacles, poverty, but secret support. This, in the Five of Pentacles, there's not maybe in this one because the church is in ruins, but there's often a congregation on the other side of the window that the people outside only need to go in and see. This one, there seems to be some form of angel dust, fairy dust, landing on the person who is taken shelter behind this wall. So, yeah, the decisions that you took that were based on anxiety didn't really turn out as well in the real world as what you was hoping them to. But I don't think you ended up in such a bad place, because after all of that, you got to a stage in your life where you were declaring victory. Page of Wands and Ace of Swords. You had a new clarity once you had recovered from all of this. And this pile of cards here, that relevant past, there is a recovery time there. But there are triggers at the moment. There is a trigger for you at the moment reminding you of this time when you were so stressed out and so anxious and you had to do something. Whatever that something was, you had to do something to take action, to start moving things along and wait for your, encourage your life to change and wait for your ships to come in. And I don't think your ships did come in. The decision that you took just led to more conflicts and left you being stuck out on your own. I don't think you being stuck out on your own was actually that bad a thing. I think it actually put you in the right place. So try and let that particular trigger rest. It doesn't matter. You was put out on your own before. That's because you were supposed to be put out on your own before, because then you learned a little bit more self-reliance, because it's almost as if you came back into the world going, yeah, look at me. I'll show you. Look what I've done in the past 20 years since all that went on, or 10 years or 5 years or 2 months, whatever it is. But I'm thinking fairly long term here. But there was news that you received then that gave you a clarity about a whole new direction, even after you had returned. And I do get the feeling of return. You'd returned victorious, going, look at what I've achieved. You left me out in the cold. You left me all on my own. I had nothing. And now look at me. I'm the Queen of Wands being carried along on her chariot. So things are really coming together, because you Queen of Wands being carried on the chariot here. Page of Wands, that once you returned, you go, that's where what I'm going to be doing from information that you received. Page of Wands again. Page of Wands. Page of Wands again at the moment. And then Ace of Swords there to the Ace of Swords there, definite continuity, which sent you off on a whole new level. The anxiety sort of hit again, but I think you felt that, I think you used the anxiety as a shield somewhat, and it didn't have the power over you that it could have done. Is it possible that you were using that anxiety as a tool rather than being victim to the anxiety. That can be read many ways. One is quite manipulative. But another one is that you were maybe able to take some shelter from while you were setting off on this new beginning, this leveling up. So we've had two new beginnings here already. We're not even into the present yet. We've had two new beginnings. But then everything changed once you set on to that new beginning. Okay, we've got continuity here. Page of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, this is all definitely connected. That new direction, that dream of yours from the information you received when you returned, fleshed itself out. And it's like, yeah, I know where I'm going now. And justice was had. Luck went your way and justice was had. And because of that, at the moment, you are in the process of making a commitment. Whether that commitment is to keep something secret or to dispel secrets, because we've got a Seven of Swords here. And to be honest, it looks like it's a kitsune, which, if you know Naruto or you watch Teen Wolf, you'll know what I'm on about. It's a Japanese fox demon thing. You know, it's like a were fox, but a demon. It's a trickster. Are you committing to keep some secrets only to have them revealed? Are you getting into the process of being somewhere where you can find out some secrets to have them revealed, which is no wonder why you're a little bit stressy at the minute. And I think it might be the latter, because illumination is coming to you with this commitment. There's understanding that you are finally going to receive due to, which gives you understanding of past events, and that understanding of past events also makes you view those past events a lot more positively. What was it this card said? With each intake of breath, I draw in positivity. This is going to bring a really, really big change for you. You're going to be working at changing who you are in a positive way. The wisdom that you are going to be charging forward with, you are going to be charging forward alone with this understanding, with this more heart-driven action. And I think this may well be going on right now. If not, you're still going to have a vague idea of what I'm talking about, because it's going to be something that has dawned on you even if you haven't started yet, as these secrets are revealed to you. And this is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, which is a family card, a happy card. And it's in the sunrise here. So it's showing something in the future, but there is a lot of grounded, earthy magic around you at the moment. There is understandings coming. There are new connections growing. There are definitely, with the shape-shifting here, there is definitely so much change within you. And this is all a good thing. And again, no wonder why you're a bit stressy, because change is never easy, even when it's good. You have lots of options in front of you, and your best option is to go, I'm not fighting this fight anymore. I'm not playing this game anymore. Because have you returned to that original, because there's a big family element going on here. Have you returned from where you were thrown out into the cold, and you've returned to that environment? And it's like the battle that you could have had then, there's an opportunity to keep it going now. Don't bother. Don't bother. You've been working hard on so many other things and seeing the results of them that it really doesn't matter what information comes to you. It may give you an understanding. No need to fight anymore because you're learning the secrets. No need to battle anymore. You can just keep all of these swords as weapons of your own, even if initially they were aimed at you. It's literally, you can just pluck them out of the air. I mean, not quite Wonder Woman's bullets and bracelets, you know what I mean, but it literally just grab them and go, right, mine now. Thank you. And you have the option of just then locking them away somewhere, or if it's a fact, revealing it if that suits you. The offerings to you have not yet finished, but I also think that there's certain things that once you've achieved your own personal understanding, leave it at that, because you may have understandings of why somebody did what they did. They were wounded themselves, and it will bring about a unity that hasn't been present before, but will create something completely new. Like I say, no, you're on such a course of new beginnings, but as I say, at the minute, the astrology, the planets are hitting your sun one after another like that, hitting your natal chart like mad. Because, yeah, there's an element of, Two of Cups again. So, not Two of Cups again, sorry, that's the first Two of Cups, I'll take that back. There is an element of unity coming around. You have to really, really consider balance in your next moves. And I feel that you are grounded enough not to be bothered about this old battle now you have all the answers. Rely upon your own foundations. But look, there's that fox again. So I think here there is an element of just be very, very careful that you do not trick yourself. No one else is going to trick you, but you can trick yourself here. Defend what is yours. I want to say a Queen of Cups, I can be really positive or really negative about her, and I feel quite negative about her here. Don't let somebody else throw you off your path, because the path that you are going, that I think you may have already committed to, and all of these secrets and revelations and this old battle that's coming back and all of that business, they're irrelevant to where you're going. And you are being led away from it now that you have your answers. Because people around you certainly have some secrets, but some of those secrets were there to protect you, which may be flipping part of what you're understanding here. But they are wanting a new beginning and they are willing to forge ahead with it. But if they're going to forge ahead with you, that has to be on your terms as well as on their terms. So we have... Okay, listen to your guidance. No, I don't mean just me. Okay, that sounds really... Listen to your guidance, boy. That sounds really awful. But listen to your guidance, Four of Cups, because they're... if you just keep working at it, recognition of what you've achieved is going to come. And we have the Sun card again. But if you exert your authority too much and exert your authority on the basis of emotions and half-truths that you still, there's still some, not everything is revealed. As you know, that when you find out more about a subject, all that normally does is reveal that there's more to find out about the subject. But if you try and exert your authority over others too hard, you end up pretty much on your own in this, but there is an option of someone coming with you. And although there is somebody trying to dissuade you from the path that's right for you. You don't necessarily want to be heading down there on your own unless you really have a mission that you're wanting to set up on. But like I say, coming to you soon are a lot of options. And just be careful about which one you do actually pick, because I feel like many of the options that have come up, since you've already committed to something, many of the options will come up, you'll just go, yeah, and I've already said what I'm going to do. So there is, with this Queen of Cups, is like there's somebody trying to pull you away from what you've just committed to. Stick with that commitment, even though it is the gift that keeps on giving with revealing secrets and revealing more information. But there is a commitment that you've made to yourself. That's why I think the Four of Wands with that Seven of Swords, there's a commitment that you've made with yourself to find out the truth, just as much as there's any commitments you're making to other people. Since you may be playing the role of the trickster, the commitment to yourself is the most important one. But you are worried that you are breaking the rules and it's going to leave you all on your own, and that you are victim to someone else's power and someone else's shadow play. Yeah, you have been. Doesn't mean you are now. All right, but yes, you have been. Whatever this is in the past, yes, you have been. Because some people did bad things for good reasons, and some people did good things for bad reasons. So unpicking all of that is going to take a while. But it is also, with that Ten of Swords, where's that Ten of Swords gone? It's calling the whole thing to an end for you. Okay, camera issues, right, or computer issues. So in the future, you can get rid of the wounds for all of this. This commitment that you've made to yourself, certainly, and possibly to another person, is going to mutate beyond your wildest dreams in a good way. Your ships certainly are going to come in, and you're going to be quite surprised by how the sun is shining on you and the effect that you are having in your own life and in the lives around you. It is time for you to spread your wings and fly, not necessarily constantly be worrying and guarding. And that anxiety's gone now by the end of this reading. So bear in mind that some of the anxiety you're feeling at the moment, this Nine of Swords of how you're feeling, part of that is learned response stroke habit. So, the Angel of Glory. I sing praise and glory to the source of all life. Yeah, this is family issues, isn't it? But what I was saying about some people did good things for bad reasons and bad things for good reasons, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. But you are stepping into stillness now. Like I say, that Ten of Swords, everything's coming to a close. The stormfields, the storm's receding into the background there. It's passing away. And it is time for you to be manifesting. You are having deliverance from loss. The harvest from all of this is going to be remarkable. Just stick to your commitments. So angels of the four, right, so the world's working in your favor. Angels of the four directions. Nourishment, cornucopia, gratitude. We have, right, you're going to finally see the beauty in what happened, as well as all the more negative stuff. It's time to overcome the fear. It's time to put aside the anger and the rage. You are being guided onto this. Ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself, Green Tara. That's really interesting, Capricorn. So I hope you're getting answers. You're getting answers to something. So if this means anything to you, please comment down below. Press subscribe while you're there. Happy New Year while we're at it. And also, any minute now, you should appear one of those end screens with your waxing moon reading about what you should increase with waxing moon. And I wouldn't be surprised, I can't remember, to be honest, but is commitment one of the things that I might have mentioned? And your full moon reading will be out shortly. So, yes, stick at it. Stay true to the course you've set yourself. Cheers.